Hi everyone, it's Gillian McEwen here from Lunan Bay Farm. Thanks for joining us. We're having an exciting lesson here today on cooking with goat at home with one of the top goat cookery experts, Chef Martha Doyle of El Tahine. A lot of people have been asking us since we started our goat meat season in September how to cook with goat at home. They're wanting some tips and ideas about different recipes. So we're here today to give you some easy recipes so you can cook at home. You can try all the different cuts that we have of our pasture-fed Lunan Bay goat meat. And Martha's here to show you how easy it is. So what are we cooking today, Martha?
Well, we're going to cook today koftas with Baharat. Baharat literally means a mix of spices. So we got in here 1 tablespoon of pepper, 1 tablespoon of dry mint, 1 tablespoon of cumin, 1 tablespoon of coriander, 1 tablespoon of nutmeg, a little piece of cinnamon, tablespoon of cloves, and tablespoon of cardamom. Now for the cardamoms, I'm going to toast them first, and then I'm going to take the seeds that are inside. So what I'm going to do, I always do this, is to roast these spices. We have them here in a hot, heavy cast iron pan.
No oil, just a dry pan.
No oil, just a dry pan. We start to roast them, and immediately you can feel the smells coming out from. Yes. One of the things is easy to cook at home. Anyone can do that. And I told the spices, I told everybody cook curry at some point at their home. So I told spices will be at hand in any cook board in any household.
Yeah, they're quite easy to get hold of, those ones. There's nothing there that's a little bit off the wall. They're all quite standard
you can
spices.
tell the spices.
So this recipe originates from Turkey, doesn't it?
It's from Turkey, yes. So it's easy to, the things that are easy, quick to cook with the goat is the mince. That is an easy recipe for any dish. All the other cuts that you can cook very quick are the chops, the racks. It's easy to cook in the oven or in the pan.
Because a lot of people think with goat, because it's so lean, you have to cook it low and slow. But that's mostly the leg and the shoulder and the shanks, isn't it? Where you'd want to keep it low and slow and cook it in a liquor. Whereas these are what we're calling speedy suppers. You come in from work and you want something really quick.
Quick, nice, because you have you know what ingredients are in there, you know where your meat comes from, and so you want something like this and at home. So now we are going to put in the mortar this, and then I start to exercise my arms.
How do you know when the spice mix is ready?
Well, you can start to see this powder in the back. Yeah. So what I'm going to do in here is just crush up the cardamoms, and then I don't need the shell. I just need the seeds inside the cardamom. So taking them out, it's just a tiny seeds, and it's not convenient to put the shells because it's a bit unpleasant when you're. This is a quick dinner, so you don't want really to have something unpleasant, and it's very strong.
And could you prepare the spice mix, say the night before?
Yes,
if you were just wanting something quick.
Yes, you can prepare the mix, and then in the cooking day you just mix it a little bit. When you make this mix, of course, it's a bit more than you need for the amount of mince, but it's worth it.
So we're cooking a Turkish style recipe today, but obviously you hail from Mexico, where it's a staple ingredient in the north regions. So you're obviously famous for your goat tacos in the restaurant. But yeah, there's lots of traditional, authentic Mexican recipes with goat, isn't there?
There is a goat al pastor, is goat birria, is roast, is something that we call barbacoa, that is making a hole in the ground, and they roast the goat with the maguey leaf.
Maguey leaf?
Maguey. The maguey is the plant that produces the tequila.
Oh, right, okay, yeah.
So the agave.
Yeah, the agave.
So that's the way to so we have they escaped my eye. So yeah, so then they are empty.
Smells amazing already, just with the spices.
Yes.
Now, goat meat's a traditionally lean meat. Do you feel like any of these type of recipes you have to add any extra fat, or do you just think
No.
it's got enough of its own juices to combine everything together?
No, when you're cooking, the ideal in any recipe for the goat is to leave it on the bone. You can use recipes that are intended to use for lamb,
Right.
but you cannot cook the goat as the same way you cook the lamb. Why? The lamb tends to be more fatty. As for the goat, it's more lean, more clean. So you need to put slowly in the bottom of the oven to cook for 2 hours, 2.5 hours, slowly.
Like at 140 degrees, about, or
160 and 180 degrees, that's the right temperature to cook your goat.
And would that be like covered in a pan with a lid or tin foil?
In normal, what I do when it's roasting, and I'm going to show you in another video, when we roast, so we had in here our powder, ready. When we cook,
Nice.
it smells nice. So we had a little powder in there. So now we had in here our goat meat.
Yeah.
And we're going to need a little bit of salt.
Yeah.
So what we're going to do, clean hands. And so we got a little bit of salt. And we had a little bit of this mixture. A little bit of this mixture.
What's that, about half a teaspoon or a teaspoon?
Like a teaspoon.
Yeah. And that's roughly
Like a teaspoon.
250 grams.
It's about 200 grams in here.
Yeah.
So just tablespoon of this mix will do.
Yeah.
As you are crazy for the spices, I will add another spoonful. But we don't want to spoil the flavors of the meat. We just want to enhance the flavors. So here is our mix, right? So we're going to do our little koftas.
Since your last cookery demonstrations, there's a lot changed, isn't there? So unfortunately the restaurant's closed after the COVID restrictions.
Yes.
But you've set up as doing home deliveries.
I'm doing home deliveries, and somebody's called me crazy for cooking and delivering at the same time. But I like to start and get in the root, get to know the customers, because all the time in the restaurant I was behind the scenes. I never knew some of them, and then sometimes I'm in the supermarket and they know me and they say, hello, who's this? but
it's a great way of meeting your customers and finding out what they like and what they want.
Yes, and the good things about it is I get to know more about them. Not particularly about their houses or things like that, no, but say for example, I had a customer that leave a note, El Tajín, please leave the food behind the garden. So I have to cross around the house, behind the garden, and where I made the garden, little garden, but it has everything. It has fruit trees, it has lettuce, all everything that you need for salads, and it's amazing. So I understand why more they appreciate.
Yeah, because they're growing their own food.
They're growing their own food. That's why. So I think we are going to put a little bit or this amazing.
The great oil. Another small producer with a great story, isn't it? It's actually from Callum Henderson and his wife. Have a small olive groves in Andalusia. They're based in Fife, but they've got a place over in Spain, and they discovered that when someone turned up at their door and left 2 bottles of olive oil, that they actually owned part of an olive grove, and then they got involved in it, became olive oil producers, brought it back to Scotland, and they showcase their products all over Scotland, and it's great. I love it, and I know you use it a lot as well, don't you?
I love it too, yes. So it's going to move to the thing. I'm going to pan fry very quick and a high temperature this, but also you can do it under the grill.
Yeah.
Also, if you happen to have barbecues and under a shelter, not with this weather, but it's actually nice outside.
Yeah.
Except because it's windy. So you can do it in the barbecue too.
So you wouldn't put sort of kebab skewers through them. You would just have them. They just keep together.
Yeah, you can do the skewer through there. You can do it like the way they are. It's
whatever's you've got available.
Yeah.
Okay. Good.
So we have our pan ready. So we put the.
So your takeaway, you're doing deliveries Wednesdays and to Saturdays, is that right? Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
No, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday.
That's right.
3 days. Yes, I take the orders Monday to Wednesday, and I
do the deliveries Thursday to Saturday.
Yes.
So you need people to really be ordering earlier on in the week so you can get all your produce, because you're sourcing everything fresh.
The idea is to get the orders so I know how many portions for every single item in the menu I need to put, and also to avoid food waste.
Yeah.
And then Wednesday normally I will be coming, Gillian, I need this amount of goat, or I go to the farmers looking for the products that I need. That's the ideal.
Good. And what delivery areas do you cover?
I started doing Thursday, my area, Lawrence Kirk, Oaken Blade, Peter Kane, all around the Mearns, and they were not takers. So we took that out the list. But we have inquiries for Pear. I've been in Pear delivering for a somebody else's birthday party. And this Saturday we are going to Dunkirk.
All right. But most of the time
they organize themselves. They say they don't have deliveries. So they organize themselves, and I have five or six group orders to deliver, and there I go where the demand is. And it doesn't matter if it's a little part of my normal plan.
Yeah. So you would normally be delivering in Angus, and also you've done some deliveries to Dundee and Broughty Ferry. So.
I've been doing Broughty Ferry, I've been doing Carnoustie. Friday is good. It's the delivery in Hillside, Montrose, Abroad, obviously Lunan.
Yeah.
And it's a good day.
Yeah.
I also am delivering to Baldini.
Okay. Good. I think with everything that's going on in the Scottish hospitality sector just now, it's tough for all the restaurants, and there is a demand there for restaurant quality food, where the chefs support all these small producers. So, clearly you're offering an easy way for people to get hold of this type of food.
I'm very lucky. I got people that really understand my concept. They understand I am no any other delivery type. Like it's a specialty food.
Yeah,
It's
all authentic Mexican.
Yes.
Same types of dishes you'd be serving in your restaurant.
Some others are a little bit difficult to put in a box.
I can imagine.
But I try my best to recreate. I have, for example, I never put them all in the menu because it's just no, but I had this vegan couple that they were having the anniversary and they want me to recreate something for them. So I put in a box. There were about 5 boxes for the one dish because
you can't put it all together.
I can't put it all together. So I just send the picture, how do we present it, and they recreate that. It's just amazing. And we got the list with the instructions how to read it. So yeah, it's an adventure.
So this is obviously like a Middle Eastern dish that we're creating today.
Yes.
What other dishes could people do at home with the mint that you could recommend?
Oh, we can do also, the pavlova, the Swiss dish. It's also Middle East layers of filo pastry, but it's sweet.
All right, with mint?
No. Or you can do it with mint.
Yeah.
Not sweet. You can do savory pavlova.
Savory pavlova?
Yes.
With goat mint?
Yes.
Okay. Thought she'd be smoking something there.
Sorry. It's not pavlova, it's baklava.
Baklava, right. Jesus. Get me right. So it's baklava.
Baklava,
Okay.
yes, not pavlova, yes. Well, no wonder she said I'm smoking something.
Well, it's funny you say that because I met with a Greek baker who lives locally, and she recommended there's so many Greek recipes to cook with the goat, and also there's really nice bistro in Arbroath called Andre's Bistro, and they've been using our goat mince for all their Cypriot inspired recipes.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a huge staple ingredient in these countries. So well, maybe as the series continues, showcase some of those as well.
Yes, we can showcase many recipes, especially for me as a Mexican, the best things to go with the goat is the spices.
Yeah.
And not hot spices, spices.
Yeah.
And so the countries that or the cuisines that go well with the goat is Middle East countries, Italian, Mexican food. So we hope French. So we hope we can showcase in here some of these cuisines. So we have here a prepared plate. What do you need for this? Just a simple bistro salad, and we have in here some yogurt. I only add to the yogurt a small diced cucumber, 1 clove grated, garlic clove grated, and salt, olive oil, and a little bit of white pepper, and that's all what you need just to go with this. I see Gillian ready to get the.
No, I was helping you. I'm the sous chef today. I'm your skivvy. Give me a job to do. Smells amazing. Now these aren't too spicy, are they? So you're getting the kind of smoke.
No, these ones are kind of smoky, fresh, mild.
Yeah.
They are no spicy. Hot spicy, no.
So could children would be
Yes.
to be something that you could feed your kids?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's just a quick dinner. You can make the mix of the spices the night before. Well, not the night, because the night tends to absorb all the aromas of the spices, like happens in my house today. So in the morning, the full house smells spicy, which is good.
So you could serve these with maybe rice or flatbreads, just to sort of bulk it out a bit for a meal.
Yes, you can serve salad, rice, yogurt, just as a dip them for a quick snack or a proper meal, flatbread. So yes, so here you are, kofta with Baharat.
Delicious. Shall we have a little taste?
Yes, please.
I'll have to have a little bit of the yogurt with us. So, as I said at the start, we're just in the middle of our goat meat season. We started in September and we're halfway through now. We've been selling in the last few years to lots of restaurants and around Scotland who have been showcasing our goat meat, like Martha and lots of other talented chefs. This year is obviously a little bit different because we have this partial lockdown. Is that good? I should eat. This partial lockdown, unfortunately, which has meant a lot of our restaurant customers can no longer commit to buying our goat meat over the next few weeks. So what we've done is we've teamed up with a retailer in Broughty Ferry called Clementine's. They're a small independent specialty food shop, one of Dundee's sort of last green grocers, one of two last green grocers, and from next week they'll have a selection of our cuts, so you can already buy the mince, and we also do burgers and diced in our taster boxes. But next week we'll also be adding legs on the bone, shoulders on the bone, and racks and some other cuts. So we'll be presenting a series of cookery demonstrations to showcase them. And so tune in again. In a couple of days we'll be launching them.
The three amigos will be back.
Thanks very much.
Bye.